Let's see. The kittens this week, the big news is that I've scheduled all of their spays and neuters. The bad news is that they're not coming up for a while yet. Most of them are right around the beginning of June, so it's going to take a little while, but that's good. That'll give us a little extra time just to make sure the ringworm's completely gone. Otherwise, the only news is that DJ and I have pretty much found the house that we're going to move to. I think now at this point, we're just going to sign some papers, and then it's pretty much a done deal. We are still waiting on one thing that could torpedo it completely, but it's not likely. So I think we're in good shape. So that's very exciting. And once we have the final word on that, we'll probably be doing a lot of packing and try to get stuff moved down there sooner rather than later. So that could be a lot of excitement. Otherwise, nothing else going on, just that tiny little thing. So yeah, everything is going pretty well as far as that is concerned. DJ doesn't actually start that job until September. So we've got a little bit of time before we're going to know how that's going, but I have started thinking about finding the vet and the shelter to work with down there. So it's on my mind anyway. What was I going to say about that? I was going to say, oh, well, we do know like what emergency vet we like though already, because Teaspoon's doctor also works down there and had recommended something for us in particular that he likes better than the other ones there, and we know he's good, so definitely going to go with that. You're going to get started packing really soon, I think. I expected to hear, like I think I said, the last thing that we're waiting for now to really know that we've got it for sure is the bank appraisal. And I expected to have that yesterday, actually. The banks had said that they were expediting it. They know we're in a hurry, and so they wanted to get it to us earlier than they normally would. It sounds like that didn't quite work out, so I'm guessing Monday, if we're lucky, is when we'll hear that part. Otherwise, everything else is already completely settled, and that's nice. It's a nice feeling. I've got just piles and piles of cardboard boxes right now, so we're in good shape to get moving on that. Plus, I think there's a lot of stuff that's just not going to make the move with us. The new house is much smaller than this one. Just about any place that we could possibly afford would be much smaller than this place. But it's much nicer. It's just a beautiful, beautiful house, and so we're really excited. But because it's smaller, and because it's so beautiful, we're going to have to be sort of careful, I think, about what we bring, so that we don't just clutter it up. Also, the seller has kindly, I expressed interest in their furniture for the house, because the furniture that he's an artist, and the everything about the way the house is decorated is perfect. And that includes the furniture. The furniture is just perfect for the house. Like they go together so well. And I had said to his agent that, I couldn't possibly decorate this house as well as he has. If there's anything he wants to leave behind, we would be thrilled to end up taking that. And in fact, he did decide to leave us basically like all of the furniture outside of the bedrooms, which is fantastic. It's so generous. I'm sure he just didn't want to move it, but it works out perfect for us. It's some really nice stuff that suits the house so well, but that also means that there's going to be less of our stuff that we need to bring or even want to bring in that case, because there's already the whole first floor of the house, basically, except for the bedrooms, is already done. We don't have to think about what to put there because the perfect stuff is already there. How nice is that? I'm just really, really happy about that. I didn't expect it, and it turns out to just work out really well. Also, one of the items that's there is a grand piano, which it's not like a super valuable grand piano. I looked it up online, and it's typically worth a fair amount, but it's not expensive by any means. And in fact, I found one. If I wanted to buy it right now, is being sold by a guy that's in great condition on Facebook for $300. So that gives you an idea. It's actually worth more than that, but not a whole lot more. Anyway, so it's not the expense of the piano that's interesting. It's the fact that the piano is from the original builder of the house, a guy who's actually got a book that he wrote, and in the book he talks about building the house. which is really cool. I bought a copy of it and I've been reading it a little bit here and there, but mostly I just skipped right to the chapters about the house because I wanted to know what he had to say. And it's just a fascinating, I don't want to get into it now because that would be the longest ramble of all time, but it is really interesting. And so anyway, in the book, he also mentions this piano that he bought for his wife, who wanted a piano, and that he restored it. It wasn't in great condition when they bought it. They restored it back in 1965. That was before they even built the house that we're buying. He bought it and restored the piano, and then apparently it moved with him several times until it ended up in the house that we're getting, which is where it has obviously remained ever since. And I think it's really cool that we've got that sort of physical, continuity connection to the builder of the house. What's even crazier about it is the guy who built and originally lived in the house is someone that some of our Kitten Academy people have met, actually, who are into aviation, because he was an aviator, and they met him through that, and then later it turns out we're buying what used to be his house, where he built airplanes in the basement. So it's crazy. It's just crazy how small of a world it seems like it is sometimes. I'm really excited.